Hi, you guys. Valentine's Day Eve. It's interesting. I had this idea of, I'd written down, crying wolf. And then on another piece of paper, written down at a different time, wolf in sheep's clothing. And then I picked up this notebook. It turned out it's from last year. And at about this time, it was in January, so but close, I had written wolf at the door. You know, that feeling of imminent danger, which I default to a lot. You know, I have a triggery, I don't know if it's more than, maybe a little more than your average bear. You go to that place of feeling like, you know, literally I'm gonna starve or be eaten up or something when I don't have resources I think I can't live without. So how to, and then there's that one expression too about which wolf do you feed? You know, you have fear and you have love, and you have enough to feed one or the other. Which do you feed? You're supplying, you know, by your thoughts and your actions and where you invest your love and all of that, one wolf or the other, because they're both hungry. Love is hungry in a different way than fear, I think. But I'm not sure. Oh boy, the cards are saying enough. Enough already. Get on with the reading. All right already. All right already. Okay, so that idea, I don't know how that will fit in, but I think it's wolf at the door is an important one. How do you face it? You open the door. Right, maybe. You see what's out there. It's kind of, sorry, I have apparently a crumb in my, you know, you face the fear. You face the wolf. You look at it. Maybe it's a sheep in wolf's clothing. You know, I don't know. Spirit, what do you have? What do you have? Okay. Whoa. Tower. That's sort of I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house in, says the wolf to the three little pigs who are trying to take shelter. I'll blow your house in. I see this as a card of Scorpio, dramatic change. You know, where the universe says, move along. You know, and in this case, in traditional Rider-Waite, the people are blown out the windows. It looks very dire indeed. In this one, we still have the little squirrel. You know, his acorns are intact. His little house is intact. You know, what's blown away is, I mean, it's almost, you know, that idea of being, the top being blown off so that there's more room. But this can be a kind of wolf at the door energy. You know, this structure that used to sustain me is being blasted. I know, I'm still here. My resources are still here. My acorns, my pentacles, my, you know, what I need to sustain myself. still here. It is a surprise, and it might even be a surprise. I'm still here. You know, everything came down around my ears except my essential self. Four of Cups. It's a card of waiting, you know. Sometimes with disappointment, sometimes with regret. It's a feeling of those things: regret, disappointment, sadness. I'm stuck here in the Cups energy of, you know, I feel the loss of something. And there is that Ace of Cups right there. Right there. But this character is focused on the 3, on a feeling that has seemed to have evaporated. Maybe in the wake of this Tower. But I think this, because they're both in water energy. You know, if I read this as Scorpio, Cups are water energy too. And it might be, you know, the blowing up of the feeling, water energy, that I've missed the boat. That ship has sailed, something like that. I'm not sure it's sailed. I think you're intact. Oh yeah, Queen of Swords. You know, this is somebody who is propelled forward by her own truth. Her, his, their own truth. You know, the sword is the tiller, the wind is at her back. That's sort of easy sailing. You know, it's as if your ideas, your thoughts, your ability to see clearly has really, there's an ease to that now that there wasn't before. There's been some sort of change in direction, maybe, this tiller image. But there's great clarity in seeing the way forward. You know, it's as if this 4 of Cups feeling stuck energy, which was blown up by a Tower, releases this individual to move forward in clarity, to be able to see the way clear to the destination. Impediment gone, right? Can you tell us about the Tower, please? That's a sudden either revelation, which would fit with the sword energy. Thinking, seeing clearly. Ooh, revelation. Oh my. Tower. I'm sorry. Clarifying Tower. 8 of Wands. This is the sort of the release of movement. Wands speak to direction. Usually in 8 of Wands, you see the arrows coming in. And this is, they come in to a common point. You know, their combined light produces a kind of ignition. Like when you hold the sparklers together and one lights and then the others start to light and eventually you just have this kind of impact. A release of creative energy, Wands, creativity, innovation, new direction, self-expression, self-empowerment. You know, it's a kind of lightning strike in a way. it's a sudden burst of light that brings clarity, that brings, you know, the removal of obstacles, whatever was standing in this character's way, you know, false truths or some kind of miscommunication that obstructed the clear vision of where you want to go. This lights the path again. Under 4 of Cups. Okay, we have 2. Love that. 9 of Cups. That's a leap, literally. It looks like Fool energy, but it is. I mean, it's joy. It's a joy that takes you beyond where you were before, on the edge of this thing. Suddenly there's this same kind of poof. It's as if this, you know, this energy being released, but blows you right off the edge, and it's a very good thing because it's out of this kind of complacency, emotional stasis, waiting and feeling disappointed, to just, here I go. 9 of Cups, joy, personal fulfillment. The 9 card. I saw a reader the other day that said 8s speak to the personal. And I think in some ways they all speak to the personal. But to me, this is kind of beyond personal because, you know, we've got this convergence here of a number of energies or directions or inspirations that just ignite. And I think it's both based on self-love, 9 of Cups, but it also is an inspirational kind of poof that leads to self-love. And self-love allows for this leap, you know, this trust in love itself. And it shows this treasure chest down here. It's acknowledging you, 9 of Cups, are of great value, are worthy of joy, the gift of joy. That's a revelation. That's an epiphany that just absolutely blows you out of this stasis into setting a course. Setting a course. Wands speak to direction. There's this sort of convergence toward the center. Your own heart, your own feelings, your own, it's the expansion, you know, it's setting you free. Water energy of Tower, water energy of 9 of Cups, and in fact, water energy implicit in this Queen of Swords steering her boat. Nine of Pentacles, this step-by-step of forward movement. You know, horses, this guy has no, I don't think there are any reins. No reins. When you have a horse and you want the horse to follow you, you just move forward. If there are reins, you just hold them very loosely. You don't pull, right? You don't insist, follow me. You just move. In a calm, step-by-step way, and this horse energy follows. In a calm, step-by-step way. You know, you cannot tug the reins. Immediate resistance. This is the path of least resistance, maybe you could say. The downwind direction. The wind is at your back. It moves you forward. You're not tugging on it. You're not tugging. You're moving forward. You're moving forward. On the level of insight, sight, understanding, and on the level of 3D. One step at a time. I was trying to think, what's that? It's the 8A credo. How do you get out of addiction? One day at a time. That's how we go on this 3D level. And you put it into motion. And there's a great deal of trust involved that this thing is moving perhaps at a slow pace. But that's because it's not a forced march. Nobody's goose-stepping toward a destination here. On 8 of Wands, we have Page of Cups. And that's Scorpio, 4 of Cups, energy of feelings. This feeling of self-love and joy may feel very new to you and almost like I'm out of my depth. In a good way. And again, this wind idea, the guy be, wind blown away. Blown away. Riding the wind. Great band called the Youngbloods sort of disappeared into obscurity. They were a great group, and they had a song called Ride the Wind. Let your dreams flow. Flam, flam, flam. It's a kind of slipstream idea. Cups energy. Water energy. Downwind. There's this whole idea of movement once the impediment has been removed. And really, it's from where is it? I don't see it. Where is the love? It's inside me. It's in me. It's propelling me forward in a new direction. It's new love. It makes me giddy. I'm caught in the updraft, heart activation. In the updraft. I love this reading. I really do. I'm going to check the time. All right, we're okay. I'm trying not to make them quite so long. Maybe I'll do an extended on this one too. I've been thinking about doing that a long time. Where you can follow the story if you want to. You throw a couple of bucks in the hat and you get the rest of the story. On Tower we have 4 of Wands. Four of Wands is being, this is a card of celebration with your peeps. And maybe with one particularly important peep. Your peep, possibly your twin flame. There may be a conversation. This is a card of wish fulfillment, of joy. That brings you joy, It's new. The obstruction has been removed, and it's directional. You know, you have this conversation, and then you both head in the same direction, and you meet up. It could be a literal meeting. It's certainly a meeting in intention, in vision, in warmth. It may be happening in the future, next holiday, tomorrow. Saint Valentine did not have an easy time of it at all. If you look at the history, it's kind of appalling. And I saw a post today that was talking about how, I mean, he just got the shit kicked out of him. He was killed, he was buried, he was dug up by his supporters and spirited off to a safe resting place. And they said, this post said, and we celebrate it with chocolate. This isn't celebrating it with chocolate. This is on a deeper level, you know. And again, this idea of protection. It all blows up, but you're safe. And moreover, you're released. You're, all these images of being uplifted emotionally. It's a new feeling, and it ends up in this, both of you, it's a card of twin flame, it can be. This portal, 1111, I don't know if you can see it, but these 4 wands. How you pass through into that place. You know, having been on this kind of nomadic journey, you know, you're able to pitch a tent and do the dance, and you found your peep. It's taken a long time, Knight of Pentacles. On Knight of Pentacles, Justice. Card of Libra. Card of Relationship. They don't go poof, although in this case, they kind of go poof. They ignite. The flames ignite through some kind of back and forth, heartfelt conversation that brings balance and clarity. It's that Queen of Swords energy, Libra, sword energy, clarity. You know, she's headed there, steering with her personal truth, personal joy, balance in relationship between these two things and between the self and the self. And that's on Knight of Pentacles, but it's also in proximity of this Queen of Swords. You might be a Libra. You might be dealing with a Libra or a Scorpio or any sign. I mean, the signs aren't, you know, look at the energies, because we all have, if you look deeply into your birth chart, everything's somewhere. Every energy has a placement. You know, the obstruction gets blown up, we survive it, and we come out the other side just propelled forward. I'm sorry, I think I'm repeating myself, but I'm kind of a bit gobsmacked, this sense of Tower of Epiphany, by how beautifully this fits together. You know, if you open the door and look at this wolf in sheep's clothing, or sheep in wolf's clothing, there's some kind of resolution ahead, a dawning equilibrium of the relationship, you know, maybe through this conversation, back and forth, and it ignites something, and it sets you on a path. Both of you, reunion, reconciliation, union and reunion. On Queen, I just love this, on Queen of Swords, Temperance, a card of Sagittarius, fire energy. Fire energy. Stunning. Sagittarius, a card of healing, of divine timing, of these two things in balance. You know, in the finding their sort of eternal equilibrium, that balance point, that tipping point. Here you have sun, moon, male, female, the infinity symbol, that exchange of energy between you and another person, between that relationship and this angelic presence. You're protected. You both are. And this is a journey of two people coming in. But you know, follow your heart. What makes you happy? I mean, this is a card of depression. And it's not like we don't move in and out of depression. You know, the stages of feelings. You have to feel it all. And allow for this renewal. We have both slow energies and fast energies. This is often an energy of now. Boom, it's happening. It's happening now. But it is in divine timing, which is sort of the now outside time. It's not something you can set your clock to. And the progress in 3D, I think, has been very slow, but there is this sense of arrival. 4 days, 4 weeks, now, on the next holiday, you know, which would be tomorrow. We're on our way. Everything in this reading says, on our way. And I think it's been, you know, it hasn't been easy. There have been periods where you look away from, you know, the Ace of Cups, basically. Thinking, harumph, you know, I'm so sad. I don't have the love I want. Well, yes, you do. In abundance. And, you know, the key to it is your own joy, your own self-love. Don't linger here. Okay, 4 and 4 is 8. 8 is strength. A fire sign, a sign of Leo. Here's another fire sign, Sag. This reading is full of fire. Love you guys. I'll see you next time. Thanks. Somebody donated the other day, and I really appreciated it. They hit the thanks button. They gave me a tip. And you know, I tip my hat right back at you. That means a lot to me. See you soon. Check in tomorrow, Valentine's Day. Involves sacrifice and loss and love. next time.